Hi guys, welcome to this unboxing and quick review of this Accfly HD outdoor security camera. I've ordered this on Amazon and it has really good reviews, so I thought yeah, looking really good. I give it a try. Here you have some of the smart features. It's really good to have two-way audio intercommunication, and you get quick notification push to your smartphone, and has motion detection and night vision. So basically everything what you can expect from an up-to-date modern security camera, and this is what we get. So there's a really detailed user manual, so you can see a lot of pictures, nice detailed description, what you can do, how you can set it up and configure. Really nice thing which you don't get with every camera. Nice yeah, congratulations thing. So here we have the camera itself. I have to see how to show you. Here we get the cables and mount, and yeah, the whole thing, actually the whole camera. As you can see, it's not a small thing, it's not a toy. This is rather like a professional camera. Yeah, heavyweight, a lot of LEDs to give you some artificial light. I think that's infrared light for night vision. We'll check that later on. It is waterproof and it looks like really super sturdy, no doubt about that. Here again the cables, we get the power supply and other stuff, and I think that's the Wi-Fi antenna and some mounting material to attach this nicely to a wall, which I will do soon and let you know how it works, how the app works, how the quality is, everything basically I will show you.
There's also a CD-ROM to install the PC software, but don't worry if you don't have a CD-ROM in your computer. I'll put down the link to download the software from my server into the description. There's an app available for iPhone and Android, and the QR code to scan and find the download link is in the instruction manual booklet, which is inside the box.
So here you can see again everything what you get: the screws, anchors, power supply, even a CD-ROM with probably the app, hex driver for some of these joints here if you want to modify the angle. Here we have the Wi-Fi antenna, and yeah, here what's interesting, here we can see the three cables which are coming from the camera. You actually need just one usually. I mean, that's the power supply. There's no way around that. You need the power from this power supply. So basically this is where this will fit into. The next thing is the Ethernet, but you don't have to use that if you have Wi-Fi. So I guess 99% of the people will use Wi-Fi instead of that, and that's just a reset button, so you can click on that if you need to reset. Apart from that, you should keep it closed to prevent water coming in. So it's a pretty interesting construction with this plug to make the thing watertight. Here you have the seal with an opening. Just make sure to use that when you feed the Ethernet cable through this. So for me it worked the best. After you insert the Ethernet cable, you insert this seal from the top here, and after that you can really tighten the whole thing and close this here. But make sure that you use the right order to have it properly attached and sealed. But it's a really nice construction for that, which I really like. But even though I won't use that, I will definitely go with the Wi-Fi. And here you have the thing. Yeah, this has to be attached in the back. Can just screw it on, and after that move it to a nice angle so you get really good reception. But you can also do that at the very end after attaching the camera to a wall. That's easier to mount. What we have at the bottom here, that's the microphone speaker and the opening for the micro SD card, and you will need a Phillips screwdriver, a small one, to open this lid here. After removing the screws, you can just grab it here and open that. Just make sure that you don't pull the cable too hard, because it is either the microphone or the speaker or both. Yeah, here we have to insert the micro SD card. Just make sure it doesn't fall into the equipment. I mean, you should be able to shake it out again if it happens. So what I finally did, I inserted the SD card, micro SD card, from the side, not from below and not from the top, because you have to make sure that it's not falling into the equipment. So from the side it works really good, and now I have access to it. I can push it fully in or release it again. So that's now super easy. It wasn't a real problem. As another last thing, before we start drilling holes into a wall, it's always a good thing to straighten the whole thing, the mount, so you get better access to these holes. But it's still a little bit difficult, so if you want to make it perfect, take the hex driver here and untighten the screw here and the other one here, and so you can pull out the whole socket, and then you have much better access with strong screwdriver or drill or whatever you need.
Install and setup for this camera on the mobile phone are super easy, and it's described in the booklet which you get with the camera very well, but it's also in the PDF which is on the CD-ROM. If you don't have access to the CD-ROM, I mean no CD-ROM at home, I have uploaded this to my server, and I'll put down the link into the description so you can download it from there. It includes everything, all the descriptions, manuals, and also the installation software of the PC, so you can use it right from there. You don't have to use the CD-ROM. Here you see again the description where to enter the micro SD card, which is important. Here the QR code to download the app, that worked pretty well for me. And here you have a really detailed instruction how to set up your, or how to connect your mobile phone's app with the camera. And yeah, that's the thing, you have to connect to the access point Wi-Fi of the camera. Here it's good described how to do that. If it doesn't work from the beginning, just use the reset button at the camera, and yeah, click on it for a couple of seconds, and after maybe, I think it's rather 3 or 4 seconds, and then you will hear a confirmation from the camera speaker, and then you should be able to connect to this Wi-Fi from your mobile phone. and then you go from there. What's important here, you see the Wi-Fi name. What's really important is that when you get a confirmation like this and it says current Wi-Fi cannot access the internet, and there or other Wi-Fi networks can be connected normally, do you want to switch? Don't click on the suggested switch network, click on keep this network, because it's the network from the camera, and obviously it does not have internet access, but you want to keep here, otherwise there's no way to connect to your new camera. So you stay on this Wi-Fi network, and after that use add camera and then search camera from LAN. And for me it worked pretty well. You can enter select the camera, enter the password if you want to add a new password, and then you are already there. Of course you are still on the Wi-Fi of the camera, and the camera does not have access to your real Wi-Fi from your internet service provider. So go to the camera and use the settings and change the Wi-Fi settings. So here you can add, click on Wi-Fi manager, and you can search for your normal internet, Wi-Fi internet from your internet service provider, and then of course you have to use your password which you normally use on your mobile phone or your computer, and then this will be stored on your camera, and from this point on you will lose access to your camera. So you have to switch back to your normal Wi-Fi network. That's really important. It sounds a little bit difficult, but it's absolutely the same for every camera which you set up through access point, which is probably 90% of the cameras. So it works straightforward, normally without any problems, but just expect that it will consume some time. Don't do it in a rush. The whole setup and configuration needs some time, and if you don't do it everything perfect, you will have to probably repeat that. And after that, obviously you have access again to the camera. If it's not saying online, just click here and it will connect through your normal Wi-Fi to the camera, which is also connected to the same Wi-Fi. So you should be able to connect to each other through the normal house Wi-Fi. And then you have a lot of options here. You can take photos, videos, use the speaker, microphone, and so on, set the alarm settings, recording settings, a lot of things. It's really a lot of possibilities. Then you can check all the recorded alarms. So here you can see some pictures of my installation where I placed it outside in the corner of my home, right beside this night light, and they're working pretty good together. This is a dual light, so it is emitting a very low light during the whole night, which really helps, but it's actually not needed, but it helps. I will show you how it is improving the quality. So here's the installation from the other side. Here's the power supply, which was attached in the package, and here you can see I have the reset button available. So this is needed especially for the installation, but actually just the power is connected, the Ethernet cable is not connected, and here you have the reset button. Here again from the other side, a little bit closer. It's really beautiful. It matches good to the white of the light, looks really good. It is super stable. And the really good thing with these screws, which are everywhere, you can really point to almost any direction which you want. even if the mount is straight at the wall. That's really an awesome thing. Yeah, here again I have also attached this hex driver, which is needed for these screws right to the camera so it doesn't get lost. Here a few pictures from the camera. It's nothing really beautiful. I mean, the picture itself is really good. I really love it. It is definitely way better than everything what I have from any other camera. And as you can see, you get the timestamp. It says IP camera. This is daylight. I mean, not super bright, but daylight. And we can see here a shot from the night, and this is without the help of the additional light, so it's perfectly dark or really close to dark. So the only light is coming from the camera itself through the infrared lights which are built in, and you can see they have a really long reach. They easily get to this fence, so everything is well lighted even when it's actually almost perfectly dark here at this moment. Of course, the colors are gone. With the infrared it turns into some black and white picture. And here, that's the thing which I mentioned with this additional dual light night camera. There is very few light here. You wouldn't believe how dark it actually is. There is just a little bit of extra light from this dual night light, and the picture immediately turns into a colorful night picture, which I have during the whole night, just with a little bit of artificial light. That's awesome. So you can see how sensitive the camera sensor really is. And again, this is a picture from the PC software, and that's really the point here with this camera. I mean, with all the other cameras which you can buy these days, which are famous, like the Wisecam and the Blink camera and so on, they are easy to set up, but there's a huge problem with these cameras. They don't have access, or you don't have access from your computer. That's the big thing here. This is more like a professional system, and you will have full access from any computer, and this makes it much more versatile, much more powerful. That's a total different level to all these cheap cameras where you only have access from your phone. This is an absolutely amazing thing, and I absolutely like it. To give you an idea how easy this software on the computer on Windows 10 really works, I give you a live demonstration. Here we have the client, so I click on that, and I mean, I have already set up everything with the username and password, but it's the same which you get from your mobile phone after logging in. And you can see you get already the picture, and this is not an old image, this is a live view. As you can see, the time and everything moving, and that's really good. You can add additional cameras, and here you can see really that it is more like a professional system. This is not a toy, this is more set up like a professional surveillance camera system. Here we are now at the option, and you can see we have device management, parameter settings, record management, alarm management, user management, other settings, and so on and so on. And this is way beyond what you get like for a $20 or $30 or $40 camera. This is more like a professional system where you can record all the streams all the time, especially if you have an old computer, old net, like a laptop or a netbook, something like that. You can run it all the time and recording to a hard disk, and then you have full coverage 24/7. The app on the mobile phone is actually really good. Quality is really good and it's super stable. I never had problems connecting to this camera even from the mobile phone. That's a really good thing. So it's really super stable, and also from the PC. And yeah, again, to say this is mainly the target working as a professional surveillance camera system from your PC, obviously. So with this great stability, quality and versatility, this camera gets definitely my full recommendation, especially at this low price. And so I'll put down the link into the description so you can order it directly from Amazon with this link. So that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.